What's up? What's up, mortals? Alex here. Today, I have a very special deck profile, and I'm aware that I say that a lot, but my decks are very special. So I'm actually really glad to be showing you this one in particular because it's one of the ones that I've been working on the most. As you can see by the title and the cards in front of you, it's on Cyberse, and it's more anime Cyberse, like how Playmaker actually plays in the show. It can still be competitive, yes, but the way that I play is not the most competitive. It's more like combo centric. You'll see it in my choices that I've cut a lot of the cards that most people play, and I'll explain why I don't place those cards and why I play certain other ones. To start off, we start with a playset of Balancer Lore. Well, it's face up. Once per turn, you can pay 1,000. Summon a Cyberse monster in addition to a normal summon. Very powerful. And when it's banished by any means, you can special summon a level 4 lower monster from your hand, which is really, really good. This is still the best card in the deck, mainly because it's a level 4 body that summons someone else, and the normal summon is very, very important. So 3 of those. We played 3 Lady Debug, one of the second, probably the second best one, mainly because she searches any of the low-level Cyberse monsters that put themselves in the board somehow. Still gotta play 3 of these on summon, any summon, special, normal. You can add a level 3 or lower Cyberse monster. Play 3 of those, very key. Later on, it'll definitely be a 3 of in any Cyberse deck. 3, I started playing 2, but now I'm playing 3 Widget Kit. Really good when it's normal summon, special summons any Cyberse monsters from your hand. In defense, yes, but it's being able to summon any Cyberse, not just like low level ones, is really good. There are some monsters that you want to special summon that are high level. And for the last playset, I am playing 3 of the new ones. Code Talk. What is it called? Cyberse Clock Wyvern? Yeah, Cyberse Clock Wyvern. I'm sorry, I spaced on the name. These are European copies, and I still forget the names. But I played 3 of this because when it's summoned in any way, normal or special summon, you can have its attack and special summon a token. So basically, it's a 1-card link to, which is really good, and it's one of the key materials for the fusion monster. So that's the only place that I play. For the 2 ofs, I play 2 Cyberse Gadget. One of the better ones. Really waited for this guy a long time. I wish we had it at first, but finally out. Really good. At 3 he clugs, but at 2 he's a good number. If you guys want to do it at 3, then go ahead and try it. Let me know how that works, but for me, 2 is good. 2 Backup Secretary. I was playing one of this card, but I just started playing the second one because there's a lot of times that I wish I had Backup Secretary, and if I had Backup Secretary and Lady Debug in the same hand, I can go grab whatever I don't have at that moment, and burning a search on Backup Secretary was not good. But you play the second one just so you can see it in your opening hand without searching it. You don't want to play 3 because it's not that good. 2 of this one, I explained 1, but this card is just insane. You can special summon it by targeting a level 4 lower, add it to your hand. Special summon this guy. Then if you grab a Cyberse Gadget, you can normal summon it and get a guy and just go off. It's a really good card. It's a high level for the ritual monster, so I decided to play a second one. Very, very good. That's it for the 2 ofs and the 3 ofs. For the singles, I'm doing 1 round Clouder. One of the better ones. Treat a monster, any monster, special summon back in Cyberse. Super good, super useful. One of my favorite ones. I like monsters that do a lot, and this card does a lot. On summon, adds anybody back from the graveyard, and when it's destroyed, you special summon anybody. One of my favorite ones. It looks so, so good. Flame Buffalo. Really good card. Some people don't even play this guy, but this is one of my favorites. Like, it just abuse it turn after turn, pot of greed every turn. Such a good card. I've been contemplating on playing more than one, but for now, it's just the one. Sea Archiver, very weird. I wish this guy would banish himself the second time that it goes to the graveyard, not the first time, if it uses its effect, because you might want to special summon from hand and then just gets banished. Well, you could use it in the graveyard to bring it back with this or anyone else. But I feel this card has too many restrictions. I wish it was better. Like, Jesus Christ. Garbage Collector. Really cool card. At first, I was very skeptical about this card because it does not special summon itself in any way, but it has an amazing effect that you can target a monster you control that started in the main deck. You can return it to the hand and then special summon one monster, Cyberse monster from your deck with the same level but a different name. So the combos this card alone provides are just way too good not to play. So just the one-off. Same with Stack Reviver is one of my favorite ones. Like grabbing this bag of a Cyberse gadget, that play is like so good because this will float into Cyberse gadget and the Cyberse gadget will float into a token. Really good card. Love this one. And one of my favorites, Dotscaper. Yay, look at it. So shiny. I love this dude. One of the best cards. Honestly, this is one of my favorite cards in the entire game right now. It's such a good card and it looks so amazing. White Hat, special summon if you control two or more of the monsters with the same type. If it's sent to the graveyard for a link summon, all their guys lose 1,000, and that's when your Code Talker's monsters can't get in and do damage. Just one upgrade, Degrade Buster, I'm sorry. A very good ability that on summon it banishes something that's higher attack than it. But being a level 7 beat stick that can be used to summon this guy, it's really good. So I decided to do one. Whenever we get the little dude that searches the high levels, I'll probably do two. And one Cyberse Magician because we're not trying to ritual summon every turn. And actually do the play very consistently every time. So I just play the one. Gets you loads of advantage and it resolves. There's a soft lock that you can create with that guy. So let's play one of those. Rescue Ferret from my last monster. This card is so good. Like, if I'm playing anything synchrocentric, I want to fit this card in everything. It's just so good. Like, being able to summon 3 monsters from your deck with one effect is just, like, nuts. I would recommend playing this, guys. Just the one-off. Don't base the deck around it, but if you happen to resolve it, it's just so good. That's it for the monsters. It's a lot. Like, probably 29 monsters, I'd say. Probably less. For the spells, 3 playset, I guess, of Signet Backdoor. Still the best spell we have, mainly because of Rhoda. The attack directly effect is not very good. You're going to link away with it anyways, but having 3 Rhodas is pretty good. Swans per turn, sad face, but gotta play 3 of those. 2 one-time passcode, really good card. Not really good card. It's really good to trigger one of your extra deck monsters, but it's really strong for the deck. I wish it did a little more, like you can banish it to add another copy or banish a Cyberse to add this back to the hand. That would be amazing. I wish it had that effect, but just for 2 so that we can trigger our stuff. Okay, 2 Gold Sharks, my bad, I'm sorry. Because it triggers Dotscaper and it triggers Balancer Lore. Because if you banish Balance Lore from your hand with Gold Shark, you can special summon the ferret that's in your hand to like link summon a lot more, and it also triggers the Dotscaper. Like I said, having a level 1 monster that's recurable every turn is really good. So this card speeds up your the process, and if you don't need any of those cards, you can just Gold Shark for like Soul Charge or Monster Reborn, which I played 2. Royal Legacy Succession. It's really good mid to late game. Early game, you don't need it because you are using a lot of cyber stuff and you can do anything with just your engine. But mid to late game, linking a firewall, getting resources back, linking away, and then bringing it back to just get more resources is way too good not to play. So 2 of this, 3. It's not good enough to be a 3, but it's not. It has to be a 2. 1 is not. 1 is too little, basically. You just want to see it, but not like that much. 1 reasoning because everything in the level is different. Everything in the deck is different level, so they gotta call it right. Whatever we get is fine. I might just cut this, honestly. I don't think I've needed it in the past few duels. Reborn. I'm allowed to play this, and Soul Charge this card is searchable, by the way, guys. Searchable Soul Charge. Yes, I'll show you how in a little bit. Foolish Burial. There's a lot of guys who own in the graveyard. All the Reborns to bring him back. Play it. 1 each of the Ritual and Spell Fusion. You just need the 1 because you're never gonna use it more than once each. So just the 1. If you draw this or a Magician, you can put it back in the deck with one of the combos. and then search him right away. And if you draw this, then whatever, it was free in the first place. And for the last card in the deck, I was doing 2 Recoded Alive, but I decided to cut it to 1 because I have not gone into... My duels have not been the longest, let's just say that. So 1 is all you need, because once you resolve all the Code Talker monsters' effect during that turn, you are probably going to attack for game. For the extra deck, Link Haribo, very good card in its own archetype, I guess, deck. Triggers Dotscaper, triggers all the tokens that you summon. Very good card to keep. It protects Firewall from being run over. Amazing card. Link Disciple, yeah. Tribute a guy that he's pointing to. Draw a card. Return a card back from your hand to the bottom of the deck. I wish it didn't have that cost, but at the same time, it's kind of nice that it has it, because if you draw the ritual, you can just put it back. Link Devotee pairs with this guy. Then Link Devotee requires a level 1 or level 4 or lower. Level 4 or lower Cyberse to make. If this card is treated while cold linked, special summon 2 tokens. You cannot link summon 3 or higher that turn. So this is opening plays. This is literally just openings, and you play them for that reason. Cyberse Witch. When a monster is special summoned to a zone she pawns to, banish a spell. Search for the ritual spell monster, and then summon a level 4 lower Cyberse from the graveyard. So good. I was doing 2 of this and 3 of the ritual spell and monster, and just ritual summoning all the time. But this card is so good. Like, they fucked up because that card is really strong. And the reason why they fucked up is because this card is like that one, but way shittier. On summon, it lets you grab the fusion. Okay, that's cool. Free already. But a monster has to be special summoned to a zone this guy points to summon a guy from the graveyard, negate their effects, and you can only summon fusion monsters for the rest of the turn. So they nerfed the crap out of this card. If this card was as good as this, it would have been amazing. Like, there's so many times where I got to this, and then I've been locked into fusion summoning because that's all I could do. But yeah, they definitely nerfed that. 2 Honeybots because it's the best Link 2 for the deck. It protects everybody, so play 2 of those. Flame Administrator, it makes all your guys really big, so having this next to the Code Talker monster is nice because they just get gigantic. For the 2 ofs, I played 2 Trans Code Talker. This dude is one of the best ones because he gets big and gives everybody attack boost. He can also prevent them from being targeted, which is really good. And on top of that, he can Monster Reborn a Link 2 or Link 3 or lower Cyberse Link monster. Really, really good. Xcode, Transcode, and Code Talker. One of the most underrated one. He definitely is not the strongest, but he can make everybody stronger to run over anything you want. So you still play the 1. Xcode Talker, one of the weakest one in like stat wise, but he makes everyone else better, so I feel like he still needed. He makes all the guys be undestroyable, gives him 500 boost, really strong. Power Code Talker, the muscle of the Code Talker monsters. He can negate something once per turn while it's face up, and he can tribute something he points to gains his attack. So times 2, I guess it'll be 44. Firewall Dragon, my favorite card in the game right now. Sadly, it's probably going to get forbidden. Hopefully it just gets errated. But you definitely play a Firewall because you can abuse it. You can do so many things with it, and I'm excited that I can play it. And for the last card, I am playing Cyberse Clock Wyvern. This card is actually insane. I know I say that a lot, but this card itself is so good. So it requires Cyberse Clock Wyvern to fuse summon any Link monster on your field, any number. And if you don't have the fusion spell lets you fuse. If you don't have a monster in your extra deck, you can use links in the graveyard for that. But the thing is that this guy will mill cards equal to the number of Link ratings you use for his fusion summon. So if you fuse 5 guys that have level Link 3 or higher, you're going to mill 15 cards, and he will gain 1,000 per card mill. So you just smack your opponent in the face with it. Big beater. If for some reason they survive that, or you just fuse for this to protect your field, because while he's face up, your opponent cannot target before battle, or card effects, your Link monsters are protected by any of those while he's face up. And when this dies, you add any spell card from your deck to the graveyard. You can add Soul Charge, like I stated earlier. You can add Reborn. But a lot of the times, he's just going to be summoned and attack for game. That's it for the Cyberse list. If you see something that you don't like, let me know why. If you guys have a list, please send it to me. I'd like to see it. There's a lot of cards that you could play in the extra deck that I could go over. These three are my favorite ones to play. I've been taking this guy lately. He's really cool. It's another fusion that requires 2 Cyberse. The cool thing is that when he dies, he adds a Cyberse back from the graveyard and the fusion spell, so you can fuse this while retaining some resources. Really cool card. It didn't make the cut. For the Link 2s, I had Proxy Dragon, but I started testing this one, Binary Sorceress. It's really good if you're co-linking your guys because you can make them even bigger and gain some life, so the time rule doesn't screw you as much. Really cool card. And one of my favorite ones, but it didn't make the cut, Trigate Wizard. You're free to remove any of the ones that you see here. You can remove one of this and play a Trigate. But if you're playing against a lot of better decks, you're definitely going to need the second transcode to keep the advantage high. Bringing back 2 code talkers per turn is really silly, and I decided to go with those. But again, thank you for watching. As always, like the video if you like the deck. If you don't like it, then tell me why you didn't. If you guys have any questions, post them down below. As always, stay tuned for more videos. Thank you for watching. Alex out. Peace.